Welcome back to the round the round table, and yeah, it's trial time, and we will see the devil again. Wait,
Yes.
why the devil? When did I even mention that yet with Car? Oh no, I just thought when I looked up the objection sound of karma, someone said, "Oh, that's how a commenter said on one of those videos. That's how I imagined the devil would sound like." That's why. Yeah, right.
Yeah. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Miles Edgeworth. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Very well. Apparently the prosecution is also ready. Who is the judge here anyway? Mr. Von Karma, your opening statement. Well, no opening statement, so...
Not so fast, huh? Judge?
Oh, what the hell?
I was taking a meaningful pause before speaking.
Right, of course. I guess you were warming up your voice, I guess.
A prediction.
Oh my.
Today's trial will end 3 minutes from now.
Order! Order! Mr. Von Karma, what is the meaning of your statement just now?
Bah, must you question everything? It will be over in 3 minutes. We have no time to waste. I call my witness now.
Right.
I call my witness, my decisive witness to the stand.
It's that mysterious boat shop owner.
Witness, state your name, state your profession.
I'm the proprietor of the restaurant Wet Noodle at Gold Lake. And I also rent boats.
The night of the incident, you were in the boat rental shop, correct?
Yep, I was.
Please testify.
Wait a second. We still haven't heard who this old guy is. I mean... Wait a minute. The witness hasn't stated his name yet.
Because I did not ask him, Mr. Wright. Bah! I have predicted this trial will end in 3 minutes. Stop asking trivial questions and cooperate.
Yeah, right. The witness will state his name. Well, I'm not really sure. What do you mean? My, memory.
Your Honor. The witness does not remember anything beyond the last several years. Ergo, he cannot recall his own name.
You can't recall, you say?
Yes, but the incident in question took place 3 days ago. He can testify.
Very well. I mean, I would have wanted a psychologist to take a look at him normally, but okay. Let's hear his testimony then, shall we? Witness? The night of the murder.
Oh, you have how many voices? 3!
It was the night of the 24th, just after midnight. Yep. I was in the restaurant where I rent boats, as usual. When I heard a bang, I took cover. When I looked out the window, I saw a boat just floating on the lake. Then I heard another bang. Just about then the boat came back to the shore and a man walks by my window.
And he still didn't say what the man muttered about.
No, he didn't. Very well. I'd like to begin the cross-examination.
There's nothing to question my witness's testimony. This is one of the stupidest lines so far because this testimony said basically nothing. Ergo, no need for cross-examination.
We'll see, I guess.
I never realized that before, but this is already full of holes. I mean, oh wow, 2 shots and a man walked by his window. So what? Big whoop. Besides, there are only 10 seconds left before our 3 minutes are up. That's a lie. Judge your verdict now. Why?
Yes. Mr. Wright?
Cross-examine, of course.
What are you saying? Of course I'll cross-examine a witness. Very well. You may begin. Excuse me, Mr. Von Karma?
3 minutes just passed.
I see. Well then, let's just take our time. You may cross-examine the witness. He's such a big baby sometimes.
Who? The fun karma?
Yeah. It's the night of the 24th. I guess simply pressing him is the thing to do for now. Just for midnight. Just after midnight, you say?
Yep, just around then.
Are you sure?
Pretty sure, yep.
When I talked to you yesterday, you were rather vague about the time. I'm surprised you seem so sure about it today.
I asked him and he remembered. Isn't that White?
Don't glare at me like that. I remembered it clearly, I did. Yep.
You see? Continue.
Let's go fishing for clues. Is there anyone who can verify that?
Well, I guess Paulie could.
That's not good enough for a court of law.
Mr. Wright, exactly what's not good enough?
Your Honor, this Polly is a parrot.
A parrot? Don't be so hard on the girl, Keithy boy.
Keith?
The prosecution concedes that we cannot prove the witness was in the shop. Witness, please continue.
So he concedes one thing at last. And where did the bang seem to come from?
How did he sleep in
Oh,
between?
my nose! From the lake, I figure.
I don't know.
Are you certain?
Yep.
Good. Continue.
When I looked out the window, I saw a boat just floating on the lake.
Was there someone on the boat?
It was pretty far out there. I couldn't see clearly. But I figured there was 2 men out there. Yep.
But you couldn't see them clearly.
Yep. At the time, that is.
At the time? Okay. So you heard 2 gunshots total.
Yep.
That's what Lotta said in her testimony yesterday. Man walks by the window.
This is the most important part, I fear.
I guess. By your window?
Yep. By my window. Right outside the window of my little shack.
And could you see the man's face?
Well, the fog was pretty damn thick, but it was right there in front of me. I saw him.
This is a rather important detail. Please add it to your testimony.
I have a bad feeling about this. That man was the defendant. He was saying, I can't believe he's dead.
You forgot to mention that when he started the testimony.
Yeah. Are you sure? Uh-oh. Dad!
Dad! My dad!
Oh, my boy! Dead certain, Keith! He said, I can't believe he's dead, as he was walking by too.
Witness, are you sure that the person you saw was Miles Edgeworth?
It was him! That Edgeworth boy! Whoa! Heart attack!
Yes, sounds like decisive evidence indeed. I see no room for doubt.
What? There's still
Von
so many
Karma.
unanswered questions. For example, the motive.
Yeah. We're living in a world of idiots. He lured me into a cross-examination. He lured me into cross-examining so he could set me up for a fall.
Nick, I don't like the way things are going here. Everyone in the courtroom is glaring at us.
I better act quick, or this trial is going to be over.
What will your saving?
Well,
Sounds like a good time. Cause I don't know what you would want to present. If you choose
Me
to
neither.
object.
me neither. I haven't had that much time to think.
Present
about
Maya
it
in her
as we-
full glory. That will distract them. No, wait, she's still minor.
I mean, we best explore. Your Honor, we proved in yesterday's trial that it could not have been Edgeworth who fired that gun.
Mr. White. Are you referring to the fingerprints from Edgeworth's right hand found on the gun? And the photograph showing a man firing with his left hand?
Exactly.
That is easily explained. He could have wiped his prints after he fired. You are ignoring the truth of the matter here. That's stupid. He would have just... If he would have actually cleaned the gun, then there wouldn't be any fingerprints at all. Everything in this witness's testimony is true.
The judge is lost in thought. What should I do? I mean,
Objection!
Objection!
Your Honor, this witness claims that Edgeworth said, I can't believe he's dead. But his word is all we have. If he were telling a lie,
Mr. White. In the court of law, the evidence tells all. Apparently you have yet to realize even this basic fact. If you say that his testimony is a lie, show us proof. Nick, do we have evidence?
it's no good. There's nothing I can do.
Are you sure?
To be honest, I don't know what to do anymore.
Please. Can you hear me, sis? Please. We need your help. Nick needs you. 3 minutes was perhaps too high an expectation. However, 15 minutes isn't bad. This must be a new record. It wasn't 15 minutes either.
Enough. The witness may leave the stand.
Oh, Keith, my boy.
This court sees no reason to further prolong the trial, nor is there any need for more time to decide the case against the defendant. This case is extremely clear. I see no room for misinterpretation of the facts.
That's so bull. I never realized how
what?
bull that is.
No!
Hmm.
This court finds the defendant, Mr. Miles Edgeworth,
Wait, what?
guilty. The accused will surrender to the court immediately, to be held pending trial at a higher court within a month from today's date. That is all. This court is adjourned.
Wait. Huh?
Well, that happened.
Who said wait? Oh, Maya again? Ooh. Oh, yeah.
Who was that not just now?
Huh? What?
Larry? Oh, and I haven't even voiced the thing, goddammit. But I didn't expect him.
Yeah, when it smells, he's near.
What are you doing here?
Listen, you gotta listen to me. I was there in the park the night of the murder. I wasn't sure about it until just yesterday. But today I remembered it.
Remembered what?
The gunshot. I heard it too.
Order!
What is the meaning of this? The verdict has been decided. I call for a German.
One moment, Mr. Von Karma. So, you say you heard a gunshot?
Yeah, I did. A gunshot. That night. I was sitting here in the audience, listening to the testimony. Then I realized something he said was different from what I remember. And I just jumped from the audience's podium right into the witness seat. Great. Nobody could stop me. Nobody could stop the buds. Anyhow, I can't just sit here and let you call Edgy a murderer. It's just not right. I'll testify. Let me testify.
Order! Order! Well, this is the first time something has happened like this in my court. I'm not quite sure how to proceed.
Judge, you've already given your decision. The trial is over. Nick! This is it. Larry's given us one final chance at this.
She's right. If only it wasn't Larry. He could make things even worse.
Worse than a guilty verdict? Mr. Edgeworth was just declared guilty, Nick.
Super guilty.
It doesn't get any worse.
You're right. Okay.
They can read his mind.
Your Honor. If there is another witness, it is our duty to hear him speak. Right here, right now.
A waste of time. The verdict cannot be overturned. I don't remember this being so stupid.
Allow me to speak my opinion. In all court proceedings, it is our duty to prevent an inaccurate verdict. In order to make sure no mistake has been made, every witness should be heard.
What is this?
I withdraw my previous verdict of guilty.
Oh, I can
Mr.
smell the
Von
fart on my...
What the hell?
Yeah, because Larry had to jump from the audience podium and she left the scent behind.
Oh, gee.
I order you to call this new witness to testify and order in the seats, no matter how smelly it is up there. Now.
What?
The court will adjourn for a 5-minute recess. After that, We will hear the new witness. Court is adjourned. There's a lot of places in this story where you just don't have anything and some random character shows up and presents something.
Yeah, that's. I don't remember that being that much of a thing, but.
Maybe.
But it's the first game. I think I only got hooked after I played Apollo Justice, and Apollo Justice was pretty good, as I remember. And this one, I'm not sure anymore. I probably only like this one because it was the first crack for them at this, and it got better? I mean, I know the thing that will still come is pretty good and interesting, but so far, up to this point, this is the most ridiculous trial yet.
Yeah, I presume that if this series has gone for so long that there would have to have been some kind of improvement. Phew! That was close. Too close. Sorry to keep you on the edge of your seat like that, Edgeworth.
Oh, Edgeworth.
Mr. Edge Seat.
I've seen worse.
Yeah, right, Edgeworth. You're sweating bullets. I just wonder what Larry plans to say in there.
Larry was at the lake that night?
Yes. He said he went looking for the steel samurai balloon that flew into the lake.
Oh, Wright.
And he... oh.
And you found the balloon and the air tank that night?
Yeah. Hey, Edgeworth.
I don't know, I really like his side view, but his front view is all kinds of wrong to me. The nose just is like the one on a crow's nose or something. You know, it looks like
angled.
a beak a little bit. You say something, Wright?
Yeah, a lot of things. You seem out of it. What's wrong?
It's nothing.
Huh?
Mr. Edgeworth, there's something I've been meaning to ask you. What's that? Why are your fingerprints on the murder weapon? Oh. When he fell into the lake, I went into a daze. I couldn't understand what had happened. I couldn't think straight. Then I saw the pistol lying on the floor of the boat in front of me. I picked it up without thinking. I didn't have a reason, really. I see. White,
Yeah?
this might be our chance.
Our chance?
Von Karma has only ever won perfect trials.
Perfect trials?
Perfectly prepared witnesses, perfectly complete evidence. That's the secret to his success. This is the first time he's ever had to deal with something unexpected. He has to let someone he hasn't even talked to testify before the court. And that someone is Larry.
What are you getting at?
It's likely his testimony will be full of holes, White. That's right, Nick. No 10-minute trial this time. We'll make this one for all it's worth.
Hey, it was 15 minutes. 15. Everything's on Larry now.
Yeah, full of holes. Oh.
Back to it. Court is now back in session. Witness, please testify to the court about everything that you saw. On the night of December 24th.
White, leave it to me.
Please, Larry, don't mess this one up. I hate to admit it, but you're our last chance. Von Karma didn't even have time to prep his witness. I just hope Edgeworth is right about this being our big break.
That night, I was out in a boat on the lake. I was looking for something and I found it. So I quietly slipped the boat back in at the rental shop dock. Then, just as I was thinking about going home, I heard this bang. I looked out over the lake, but I didn't see a boat. So after I heard that single gunshot, I went home.
Huh.
That was an unusually vague testimony, even for this court. In any case, Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination.
Yes, Your Honor.
What's wrong, Nick?
It's Larry. I have no idea what he's going to say if I press him. I'm a little scared.
Well, we've come this far. There's no way to go but forward, Nick.
Well, press him on everything to start with.
Something wrong, Mr. Wright?
There were so many things wrong, I don't know where to begin. Well, okay. First of all, what time was it?
Oh, it was after 11 when I went out in the boat. By that time, everyone had gone home for the night. So I waited until the coast was cleared, so to speak.
And why were you out on a boat at such a late hour?
Yeah, looking for something and found it. Steel
Looking?
samurai.
Looking for something?
Yeah.
Mr. Butts, what was it you were looking for?
What the witness was searching for is irrelevant. Most likely he was hunting for this Gordy.
That's surprisingly close to the truth in a sense. Yet wrong.
This is all irrelevant. Let's get it over with.
Okay, he was by the dock. Around what time was that?
Oh, well, let's see. I figure I was out searching for about an hour. I guess it was around 12. Yeah.
You're not sure?
Hey, don't give me that face. I'm not some sort of human sundial, okay?
People use watches these days, Larry.
Or their smartphones.
Well, that is interesting though. That he would be at the boat shop at around that time yet not see anyone else.
Yeah, that is weird.
Where did the sound come from?
Yeah, well, I wasn't too sure about that. I looked around, you know?
Did you look at the lake?
Yeah, I looked.
Well, that's it then.
Didn't see a boat.
Wasn't there a boat on the lake?
Order, order! Well, Mr. Butts,
Whoa, whoa! Everybody just calm down, okay? I mean, it was really foggy that night. I'm not sure whether there was a boat out there or not.
Okay, no problem. That's just the most important part of this case.
So after I heard that single gunshot, I went home.
So you only heard one bang, correct?
Yeah.
Huh.
Well, Nick?
It was pretty wishy-washy testimony, wasn't it? I guess I should just start working on the contradictions.
Joey. I wish I could be more helpful. I wish I could call my sister. I mean, I saw one very glaring contradiction.
I mean, the 2 shots would appear to be the most obvious one.
Yeah, that's the one I was looking at.
Oh,
Oops,
shit.
I went too far.
We didn't see a boat, single gunshot. And let's see, which evidence was it?
I think it was Slaughterhart's testimony.
Indeed it was. Wait a second, Larry.
What?
You only heard one bang, you're sure.
That's what I said.
But Miss Lotta Hart testified yesterday that she heard 2 bangs. And the old man just now said the same thing. They both heard 2 gunshots that night. Were you even listening? Were you paying attention at all to what they said?
Yo, Nick, please!
Huh?
You know something's been bothering me. I'm a witness, see? I'm like a customer here. So you got to treat me nice and stuff, okay? What?
Well, Mr. Botts, this is not a cafe.
What?
You only heard 1 gunshot. Are you sure?
Well, to tell you the truth, I'm not sure.
Not sure? How could you not be sure?
Yeah, well... Zoinks! I might have missed the other gunshot. I was listening to something else.
Something else?
My radio, dude! With my headphones!
What?
Oh boy.
Order, and stop that booing. Mr. Botts, you were listening to the radio with your headphones?
Yeah, so what? What a crime! Is that a crime? I listen to my radio. Everybody listens to the radio. What's the big deal?
Mr. Von Karma, your opinion?
Waste of time. I do not accept this witness, nor his shoddy testimony.
Well, Mr. Wright, should we continue the testimony? Well, of course.
I mean, yeah, that's the only choice we have.
Your Honor, please allow the witness to continue his testimony.
Blah.
I said please.
Nothing is more pitiful than a lawyer who doesn't know when he's lost.
Very well, Mr. Botts. Please give your testimony and be sure to include details like your radio.
Right, leave it to me.
I wouldn't if there were any other way out of this, believe me.
Wait, what was it? Radio killed the radio star or something?
I don't know.
Wasn't there a song about that? It's lonely
Maybe.
It's lonely being alone on Christmas Eve. That's why I was listening to an all-request show on the radio, see? I was listening to it real booming loud like. But I'm sure I heard that gunshot. I remember exactly what the DJ was saying when I heard it too. And that is... Why? This is the one you're pressing him on.
You were listening to your radio at high volume.
That's not good for your ears, though. Yeah, what's the big problem? Can't a man listen to his radio in peace? Isn't this a free country? Zoinks!
I truly believe Larry has no idea what the problem here is. He lives in a dictatorship.
Judge, can you believe a word this witness says? What you heard was probably nothing more than a drumbeat from the radio.
True enough, it is difficult to believe his testimony. Wait, Your Honor. The witness said he remembers exactly what the DJ said when he heard the gunshot. Excuse me, DJ? An announcer. The guy who says things on the radio. You stupid ace. Anyway, what this means is, when he heard the sound, no music was playing. The DJ only talks between songs, so he could have heard a gunshot from the lake. I'd like to cross-examine the witness, Your Honor. Very well, Mr. Wright. I can't believe I'm continuing this charade.
Charade. I don't know.
Charade.
Oh, it's lonely being alone on Christmas Eve. Oh, don't I know it?
I got it. Here it is. So you turned on the radio.
Why? I just wanted to hear someone's voice, you know? Oh god, Larry is me. You don't know what it is like out there alone on Christmas Eve. Alone!
I shouldn't have said anything.
That's why I was listening to an all-request show on the radio.
Listening to it. Real booming. How loud? Real booming loud?
Yeah, you know?
And you had headphones on.
You?
I wouldn't think you could hear anything going on outside at all. But he is sure is... What? And he heard it. Can you prove that? No, of course you can't.
No, I can't prove it. But I remember that moment real clear. I mean, while I was talking about it, it came back real clear to me, you know?
And what was it he said? What did she say?
She? Mr. White. Please cease the pointless questions. What possible good could knowing what a radio DJ said do us?
Indeed, Mr. Von Karma has a point. I'll allow the question only if you see some reason why we should care. We don't care. We should care. We should care, Your Honor. Of course we should.
Why?
Well, how do you know if you don't ask, Fine. Very well.
What a reason.
Because reasons. Mr. Butts, please testify to the court. What was the radio announcer saying when you heard the gunshot?
Just when she said, hey, it's almost Christmas, I heard the gunshot. Well, that means before midnight.
Yes?
Wait, wasn't there the photo with nothing on it? Could that be the one before?
Well, this is...
No, the other one?
Come on.
No, I think it's on the left. There, between the gun photo and the woman. I think that's the one.
What? The article?
No, between the gunshot and the woman. The photo with the gunshot and the woman there. Empty lake, yes. 12:24, 11:50 p.m.
Yeah?
That could be something.
But that's not...
It's not a contradiction, but this is what this could be referring to. That's when the first photo clicked. And when clicked the second one?
That one was 12:15.
Ah, okay. So half an hour later. No, well, not almost half an hour later. So there's a discrepancy of 25 minutes.
Are you sure?
Of course I am. She had this real sexy voice.
Maybe Von Karma was right. I'm not sure how that helped us at all. This is the most ludicrous testimony I've ever heard. But there is one gleaming ray of hope in there. I've got to press it until we get to the bottom of what happened.
But we pressed nearly everything.
Yeah, I was just
I'm sure I hit that gunshot. Did you press him on that?
Yes. I pressed him on everything. I'm guessing.
Yeah, but
it's
this is not a contradiction, though.
But this one should be the contradiction, right? I can say.
Save?
Will do.
I don't know if that is really a contradiction. It's just clarifying.
I mean, it goes against what the court has thought up to this point.
But it's... okay.
Larry, are you absolutely sure what you're saying is correct?
Huh? What's with the face? You look scary, dude. Hey, if you're trying to scare me, you better know I don't scare that easy.
Is something the matter, Mr. Wright? Your Honor, did you hear what the witness just said? The DJ said, "Hey, it's almost Christmas," when he heard the gunshot. Indeed, and? Almost Christmas means it wasn't Christmas. Do you realize what this means?
The presents are not here yet.
Oh! When he heard a gunshot, it was still Christmas Eve. That would seem to be the case, yes. But he should have heard a gunshot after midnight. This photograph is irrefutable proof of this fact.
Oh, but Von Karma doesn't know about it, I think.
Huh? Let's see what the time was on the photo taken when the gun triggered Miss Hart's camera. 12:15:015. 15 minutes after midnight on Christmas Day. This is a clear contradiction, Your Honor. Order! Order! What does this mean? The two prior witnesses heard gunshots after midnight. However, this witness says he heard a gunshot before midnight.
Judge, the answer is simple. The current witness is plainly mistaken. Just look at him. Suspicious. What?
Well, Mr. Wright, what do you think about Mr. Butts' claim he heard a gunshot before midnight?
He's right. I mean, we have the photo that proves it.
And even if Larry is suspicious, the DJ should not be suspicious. So, yeah, if you heard it at that point, it should be right. Larry's not mistaken, Your Honor. He heard that gunshot before midnight.
Intriguing. I'm assuming you have evidence for this wild claim. Show me evidence there was a gunshot before midnight. Ha! Nothing easier than that with the epic Phoenix music.
Let's see. Dun 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 dun.
Look at this photograph.
This was taken by a witness yesterday, Miss Lotta Hart, with her automatic camera. The timestamp on the photo reads December 24th, 11:50 p.m.
Oh?
But there's nothing on the lake in this picture. Your Honor, the real issue here is not why nothing is shown in this photograph. It is why this photograph exists at all. What do you mean? Your Honor, this photograph was taken by an automatic camera. That camera was set to go off in response to loud noises. Aha! Correct. There was a loud noise on the lake at 11:50 p.m. That is why this photograph was taken. In other words, when Larry heard that gunshot, it was most definitely still Christmas Eve. Indeed, it would seem that is the case. Then, where does that leave us? Miss Hart testifies that she heard the gunshots after midnight. Are you claiming she was mistaken? Not at all, Your Honor. It is a fact that the camera also triggered at 15 minutes after midnight. Your Honor, that night there were two sets of gunshots with a 25-minute pause between them.
The question is why?
Why would this be?
Don't be fooled, Judge. That camera was set to respond to loud noises.
Yes?
There's no proof that the loud noise at 11:50 was a gunshot. Why the witness could have sneezed, triggering the camera. Hey, my nose was clear that night, man. Clear!
Well, Mr. Wright, there's no turning back now. Can you prove that the loud noise at 11:50 p.m. was indeed a gunshot? Please show the court evidence if you have any.
I mean, it's obvious, isn't it?
Is it?
It is.
2 sounds like gunshots just after midnight. It was fired 3 times.
3 times.
Yeah,
Okay.
so I'm leaning towards that, but it simply proves that it was fired several times, but not what time.
Wait, the camera itself? I mean, that's the full equipment. Set to order pictures when loud noise is detected. No, just say loud noise, so that isn't it. Okay, never mind, that would have been my...
Let's save here for a moment.
Oh,
Damn it.
White! Lotterhart's testimony testifies it. There are 2 sounds like gunshots just after Oh?
Just after midnight.
That would be 3 gunshots. So there was 1 gunshot before midnight and 2 after midnight.
Possibly. Alright, hold on.
Yeah, we should maybe say.
I don't think I can save.
Oh.
At least it's not letting me get out of this particular window.
What could it be then?
I'm saying it's either the... Like you said, it's
Either
the 2
Lotter's
sound
thing, or it
or
is
the
that
gun.
Yeah, or it is that the gun was shot 3 times. Ah!
This is my evidence.
Or the murder weapon?
Something about this pistol was bothering me, Your Honor. Both of the witnesses who testified yesterday heard 2 gunshots. However, the murder weapon was fired 3 times. When then was the last shots fired? Only now have I realized the truth. That 3rd shot was the shot Larry heard just before midnight.
Why are there not 3 photos then?
Because 2 shots were fired very close to each other?
That
I don't know.
could be.
Order! Order! That would make sense if so the evidence we've seen so far. However, this leaves me wondering exactly what did happen that night on the lake.
Exactly. If this is true, there were 2 sets of gunshots separated by 25 minutes. One at 11:50, another at 15 minutes after midnight. Why, I ask you? Why?
Uh-oh, I better think of something quick. Wait a second. Gunshots separated by 25 minutes. Ah!
What's wrong, Nick?
I have it! I have it!
Huh?
Remember the case with the steel samurai?
Yeah, of course I remember.
The murderer in this case had the same idea as the murderer in that case.
What do you mean?
Maya,
Yes?
if we don't figure this out now, we'll never overturn Edgeworth's guilty verdict. I've got a hunch, and I'm going to run with it.
Right. I mean, is this safe? No.
Safe?
Safety's off.
No seatbelts. We've already gotten our guilty verdict. We have nothing to lose. You just watch and let me know if I say anything that sounds fishy, okay?
Right, Nick.
Your Honor,
Yes, Mr. Wright.
The testimony just now has cleared up this entire case.
Did it? I didn't have an epiphany.
What do you mean, Mr. Wright?
So you finally realized the truth? There can be no other murderer here than Miles Edgeworth himself.
Wrong, Mr. Von Karma. A man was shot that night, but it wasn't Edgeworth who did the shooting.
Listen, Wookie. Take a deep breath and consider the facts. At the time of the murder, one boat was on that lake. This was shown by the witness's photograph. The defendant Edgeworth and the victim Robert Hammond were on that boat. There was a gunshot fired on that boat and Robert Hammond fell into the lake. The distance of the shooting was 1 meter. It couldn't have been suicide. Well, the guilty part has to be the other man on the boat.
I admit, it is hard to imagine any other possibility. Yes, but this assumes that the victim was shot at 15 minutes after midnight. What do you mean by that, Mr. Wright? We have photographic evidence. We have photographic evidence of the time of the shooting. The timestamp on the photo says 0:15. But Larry heard a gunshot 25 minutes before that. Robert Hammond was killed then, 25 minutes before the shot on the lake. That's the only way that Edgeworth could be innocent.
Mr. White, are you quite mad? Explain who the two men on the boat are.
Yeah, I'm supposing that what he's hinting at is that the body was... something was done to set Edgeworth up as the murderer by simply putting the dead body on the boat in some kind of standing position, or it was already in the lake, which would mean that the one standing in the boat was the murderer and they simply swam safely to the shore, I guess.
Yeah, but the murderer and who? Edgeworth did say he was on a boat, didn't he?
Yeah, so it would seem as though it's Edgeworth and the murderer in that case. Saving. Of course, it was Edgeworth and the murderer. After the murderer killed Robert Hammond at 11:50, he assumed the guise of Mr. Hammond and met Edgeworth. What? Are you serious? Yes, Edgeworth won't tell us why he went to the lake that night. However, I have a hunch. That night, Robert Hammond called Edgeworth to the lake. Now, Edgeworth didn't know Robert Hammond's face that well. That's why he didn't suspect anything when the murderer took Robert Hammond's place. I'm not sure what to make of all this.
Ludicrous!
I don't know what to make of your voice changes either. Mr. Wright, tell us the name of the murderer then. The murderer's name? Right, it's... Lotta Hart?
Lotta Hart?
Well, no, I don't think we know that
yet.
Je ne sais pas. Actually, I don't know the murderer's name. You don't know?
Bruh, again you waste my time.
I don't know because he never told us. The murderer is the caretaker of the boat shop, that old man. At 11:50, he was the one who killed Robert Hammond. The caretaker of the boat shop? Where did he do this? There weren't any boats on the lake then. Why would he have to go all the way out on the lake just to shoot someone? May I suggest that the real scene of this crime was not on the boat?
Oh, what? Well then, where did the murder take place?
Show the judge where the murder
I
took
mean,
place.
probably in the hut?
In the hot dog stand.
And the hot dog stand. The hot dog stand is always the murder.
Yeah, I'm assuming either in the hut or in the forest around the hut. Come on, click it. Here, of course, the boat shop where he lives. That way he could meet with the victim without anyone seeing.
Do you have proof that the boat shop was the scene of the crime?
Recall Larry's testimony if you will. That night he was out on the lake in a boat, searching for something. He finds it and returns the boat. Then, just as he's starting to head for home, he hears a gunshot. He heard a gunshot, Your Honor, even though he was wearing headphones at the time. In other words, the gunshot was very, very close by. And where would that be if he had just returned a boat?
The boat shop. Mr. Wright, what happened that night on Gourd Lake? Please tell the court from the beginning.
Yes,
Can
Your
we?
Honor.
Nick, are you sure we should continue the episode? No, I don't. So we are ending it here because we are almost reaching a limit. And we're continuing this next time. So I hope you enjoyed it until this point, and stay tuned for more.
Court is adjourned, and if you like it, and subscribe or hit that bell.